Imagine waking up every day with the same brain you had yesterday, but somehow expecting better decisions, stronger focus, more discipline, and greater success. Most people do exactly that. They want better outcomes without upgrading the mental system producing those outcomes. That is why 99% of people stay stuck in the same patterns year after year. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Your mind is either being trained or it is being programmed by default. There is no middle ground. Every scroll, every distraction, every emotional reaction, every habit is shaping the way your brain operates. The question is whether you are doing it intentionally. Most people think mental training means reading books, listening to podcasts, or consuming motivational content. Those things can help, but they are not mental training. They are mental consumption. Training requires effort, resistance, and repetition. Just like lifting weights builds muscle, specific mental exercises build cognitive strength. The first method is deliberate discomfort. High performers do not avoid discomfort. They use it as a training tool. Every day, choose one small action that feels uncomfortable but beneficial. Maybe it is having a difficult conversation, waking up earlier, taking a cold shower, or working on an important task before checking your phone. The goal is not the activity itself. The goal is teaching your brain that discomfort is not danger. Over time, this creates resilience, and resilience is one of the most valuable mental assets you can develop. The second method is focused thinking. Most people spend their entire lives reacting. Notifications tell them what to think about. Emails tell them what deserves attention. Social media decides what enters their mind. As a result, they rarely experience uninterrupted thought. Set aside 15 minutes every day with no phone, no music, and no distractions. Sit with a notebook and think deeply about one problem, one goal, or one question. At first, it will feel boring. That is normal. Your brain has become addicted to stimulation. But if you continue, you will develop a rare ability, independent thinking. The third method is attention control. Attention is the foundation of every skill. If you cannot direct your attention, you cannot direct your life. A simple exercise is choosing one task and working on it for 25 minutes without switching tabs, checking messages, or looking at your phone. When your attention wanders, bring it back. Every repetition is like a mental push-up. You are strengthening the circuits responsible for concentration. The fourth method is emotional observation. Most people become whatever emotion they are feeling. If they are angry, they become anger. If they are anxious, they become anxiety. But mentally strong individuals create a gap between themselves and their emotions. The next time you experience a strong feeling, pause and label it. Say, I am noticing frustration, or I am noticing fear. This simple shift creates psychological distance. Instead of being controlled by the emotion, you become the observer of it. The fifth method is intentional reflection. Experience alone does not create wisdom. Reflection creates wisdom. At the end of each day, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well? What did I do poorly? What will I improve tomorrow? These questions force your brain to learn from reality rather than repeat the same mistakes. Many successful people journal not because it is trendy, but because it accelerates learning. Now here is where most people fail. They understand these ideas, they agree with them, and then they do nothing. Information feels productive because it creates the illusion of progress. But knowing is not training. Watching a fitness video does not make you stronger. Reading about focus does not improve concentration. Results come from practice, not knowledge. Think about professional athletes. They do not become elite because they understand their sport intellectually. They become elite because they practice fundamental skills repeatedly. Mental performance works the same way. The strongest minds are built through consistent repetition of simple habits. Another important principle is reducing mental clutter. Every unfinished task, unnecessary commitment, and constant distraction consumes cognitive resources. Your brain functions best when it is not overloaded. Create systems. Use checklists. Write things down. Stop trying to hold everything in your head. Mental energy is limited, and wasting it on clutter leaves less available for meaningful work. There is also the power of strategic boredom. Modern life has eliminated nearly every moment of silence. The second people feel bored, they reach for a screen, yet boredom is often where creativity begins. Some of your best ideas will emerge during a walk, a shower, or a quiet moment without stimulation. If you are constantly consuming information, your brain never gets the opportunity to process it. The final method is keeping promises to yourself. This may be the most powerful mental training exercise of all. Every time you say you will do something, and then fail to follow through, you weaken trust in yourself. Every time you keep a commitment, even a small one, you strengthen that trust. Confidence is not built through positive thinking. Confidence is built through evidence. The evidence comes from consistently doing what you said you would do. So if you want to train your mind like the top 1%, stop searching for secret techniques. The fundamentals are already available to you. Embrace discomfort. Practice focused thinking. Strengthen your attention. Observe your emotions. Reflect daily. Reduce mental clutter. Allow boredom. Keep your promises. None of these methods are complicated. None requires special talent. And that is exactly why most people ignore them. They are looking for something more exciting, more advanced, more magical. But real mental strength is built the same way a strong body is built. One repetition at a time. The difference between average and exceptional is often smaller than people think. It is not one massive breakthrough. It is a collection of tiny mental victories repeated consistently over months and years. Start today. Pick one exercise from this video and commit to it for the next 7 days. Not because it is easy, not because it is exciting, but because training your mind intentionally may be the highest return investment you ever make.